Hey y'all, Amy here. Welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to have a quick chat about cows, and then I'm going to introduce you to some of my brand new laying hens. Let's go. Okay y'all, so last weekend we took off a load of cows. Made a video about that, showed y'all, had a few issues, but for the most part it went fairly smoothly. Well, we have two more cows that needed to be taken off. Last week, one of them escaped, so we couldn't get her back in. Oh my gosh. No. Keep letting me. Are you kidding me? And then we had one more that wouldn't fit anyway, so we knew we were going to have to make a 2-weekend trip. And what we're doing is eliminating some cows with horns and then some bigger ones that don't calve anymore. So anyway, y'all, we were all set up. We put the round bale in here. The trailer is here. Put feed out. They wouldn't come. They remembered, y'all. These cows remembered from the weekend before, and they would not come. You should have seen us. I should have videoed a little bit about how they were all at the very back corner of the pasture. There's a lot of pasture. They were at the back corner, and all we had is the side-by-side. We're trying to round them up, get them closer, get them in this gate so we can shut this gate. Nope, they wouldn't do it. I still have it sitting out here, banging on a bucket, because this is what I put feed in to give them feed. So they know when you bang on the bucket, it's time to eat. Nope. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't have it at all. So the cows didn't get taken off this past weekend. So we're going to try again next weekend. We're going to see how this goes. But anyway, I had told you that we were going to do that. And again, and I was going to video it for you again, but it didn't happen. So there's no cow loading video this week. All right, so the other thing that I was going to show you today, I'm not going to do a super long video today. I'm just going to show you a couple things, but I wanted to show you my new hens. These girls I got from my sister. There's one rooster and 26 laying hens. Look at these girls, aren't they gorgeous? So there's a few that are molting still. As you can tell, that black one is there. But there are several young ones that have just started laying. There's also some tiny ones. Let's see if I can find them for you. And, okay, that's the rooster. Now, he's gorgeous. However, he is not getting along with my other boys at all. So, here's what I did. I took him, if you saw my short, I took him and I put him in the goat pen. Now, yeah, the goat pen has a very high fence, and he was in there for a day. Now, the reason I put him in there is because him and Deputy Peck were going at it. They were a mess, and so I separated them. And I guess last night, somehow, when it was almost dark, because at dusk he was still in the goat pen, but this morning when I came out, he was in here with the girls again. So I guess he managed to fly out, but he's not a mess, and Deputy Peck is not a mess. I don't know if it was just that one squabble yesterday before I separated them and they sorted themselves out. I don't know, but I'll move over here. But he's fine. Deputy Peck is fine. So he's very vocal though. Anyway, his name is Jason. My son named him Jason. All right, I'm gonna show you a couple of these girls here. Now, like I said, there's a few that are molting, but over there, she has a white crested blue Polish. I have one of those. Mine is named Freya, and this is another one. These girls, only a few of them have names, and I can't remember what the names are. My sister told me, and I don't remember. I'll have to ask her again, but I've got little, okay, black frizzle there. That's so cute. They don't pick at each other. There's a black turkin or a black naked neck. That's cool. Didn't have one of those. We're gonna go find the little ones. All right, in here, I opened these stall doors so they have more space. Look, there's one of them. Look at that little thing, and she's so cute. She's just the cutest little thing. Oh my goodness. That's a Wyandotte. She's new. There's two other little black ones too, somewhere. Okay, there's more in here on this side. So there's some really pretty young Easter eggers there. There's the two little black ones. There they are. Those two in there. My chickens don't usually spend a lot of time in the coop. They've scratched up whatever all this mess is in here. Usually it has just sat in here. They filled, you see that? That is their dusting box where I put the diatomaceous earth and a little bit of that with some lime, barn lime, for them to dust with, and they filled it with junk. I guess I'm gonna have to come in here and rake out everything that y'all have done. In my short, I explained to you that the gate is open for them to go out, and they just haven't wandered out yet. It's a new area. They're staying where they're familiar with. I had that little gate shut for the first 24 hours so that they wouldn't leave, and so that they could come in here and see that this is where the nesting boxes are, and this is where the feed is, and all that. But I opened it, and they're just all staying in here. They're scared to venture out. So they're staying in here, and they're messing it up. They're scratching around and everything. They're loosening all the ground. It was pretty good and packed in here. And they're scratching everything up and making a mess. And pooping all over everything. But, y'all, look at this. That's a broody hen in there. That's a broody hen. That's broody hen. That's broody hen. That's broody hen. That's broody hen. So many broody ladies. Sourdough is broody. And Pickles is broody. You don't have anything under you, do you? No, you don't have nothing. Boo Boo is broody. Winifred is broody. Then Lilac is broody. And this girl, who doesn't have a name, is broody. Anyway, all right, ladies. All these ladies. I got about 5 extra eggs last night, more than what I usually do. So I'm hoping that pretty soon the stress of the move will stop affecting them and they'll get to laying, because like 20 more eggs a day would be awesome. So this is the gate right here that's open, and that's the small gate that goes into the coop, and then of course they can go in through that big gate back there. And this is the gate where they can go out to free range. They can just go right underneath it, but they haven't figured that part out yet. Now, a couple months ago, they were using this little coop. The door is open to it now. We're actually laying in here. Hey, look! They laid in here today. Well, that's good. I don't have any chicks in here anymore, and so the gate is open, and I put fresh hay in there yesterday, hoping that maybe they would. Just because there's so many broody hens in that other one, I'm like, let's give them a spot, you know, that's available if they want to. And they're using it. That's good. There's Turtle. Y'all, it is the time for, this isn't about chickens, but it's pecan season. Can you see all of these that are falling? With the pecan trees here, for some reason, we alternate good years, bad years. Good years, bad years. Sometimes we have a ton of great pecans, and then sometimes there's hardly any, and they're just like dry and kind of bleh. This year is a good year. These trees are absolutely loaded. This one in particular is doing significantly better than normal. My personal opinion, It's in the chicken yard. It's getting natural organic fertilizer all year long. I mean, it only makes sense, right? So I'm going to, Abby's out here helping me gather some of these. There's going to be so many. I'm thinking about putting some paper bags full of these on my stand. If anyone here local is interested in buying a few, obviously I'm not hardly going to charge a thing. These things are expensive at the store, good heavens. But I'm thinking about putting some on the stand. Would you be interested? Let me know. I might do that because there's a lot. I also have to make my sister, one of my sisters, I have 5 sisters. I have to make one of them some turtles. It's a pecan chocolate caramel thing that I've been promising her. And now I have pecans, so I can do that. So make that. And pecan pie, oh my goodness. We love pecan pie. Oh, and pecan pie cheesecake bars. Do I have a recipe for that on here? I don't know if I've shared that with y'all. Maybe I should do that this year too. It's something I make for every Thanksgiving. It is amazing. But we have a lot of pecans, so we make a lot of pecan things. Yes, I say pecan. When I was growing up, I called them pecans because I grew up saying pecan. I know some people say pecan, some people say pecan, some people say pecan. But then I married a guy from Bradford County, and he says pecan. And so I've been with him for 14 years, and now I say pecan. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for stopping by and seeing my new chickens. Until next time, keep on the sunny side.